Hi, this is Sai Morton with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the forexpsummit.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit forexpsummit.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Now guys, let's take a look at the gold market as usual. So you can see the first negative reaction in the Trump victory is over. So you can see mostly traders have closed the longs that have been opened on the rummers. So they were buying on the rummers and selling on fact, and as a result the short-term scalp speculation positions that have been open just for event of the elections now is over. They have been closed. As a result, as you can see, market has dropped yesterday significantly, although we did not see so strong plunge as on the euro currency. So market just have returned back to the pre-election levels and stands around the monthly pivot point. As a result of this spike, what we could say, actually guys, result of this spike tells that the bearish sentiment, bearish trend that stand before election still valid, because market wasn't able to hold and stand above this trend line. Yes, spike has happened. Here market was made an attempt of the breakout of the 13 even area, but that was on the elections event. That was on rumors of the FBI investigation on the Hillary Clinton events, emails. That was spike on the Trump victory. So this overreaction was mostly just emotional, and no strong fundamentals stand beyond these spikes. As a result, you can see market was trying to move back inside of this consolidation, but has reached the 1323 fib level, monthly pivot resistance 1, and daily overbought, and wasn't able to hold here and dropped out as a result, and this event has been completed. That's why, guys, this action mostly suggests the still existing of the previous bearish trend despite on this action. Currently, guys, don't be deceived by this grabber is forming. So you can see this bullish grabber is forming here. Theoretically, it suggests taking out of this top, because this is grabber. But first, it has been completed yet, since we need to see where market will close by the result of today's session, by the end of this session. Second, based on the action that we see here, and based on the action on other markets, especially on the euro currency, it really could happen that this grabber will not work. Anyway, just wait for major moments here. And the major moment on the daily chart for the gold market is returning back inside of this, as I said, consolidation. So market will return back inside the 1320. In this case, yes, we could say that market probably will continue to move higher. Until this will happen, despite whatever market will form here, maybe this will be grabber or something of that sort, it doesn't mean that bearish trend has been erased. Only if market will return back inside of it. That will put under question the existence of the bearish trend that we see right now. Because currently this action, this dropping out of this consolidation and failure to hold and stand inside of it, makes us think that bearish trend is still valid, and we could get, in a very term perspective, possible downward continuation. That's really could happen. That's why to totally be sure that we are wrong and that bearish trend is finally destroyed, we need to see the signs of this destruction, and this will happen only if market will return back inside of this previous consolidation. We'll move above the 1310 area, 1315, and we'll hold here. That makes us think that probably we are wrong with the bearish trend, and the situation is changing. But right now we can't say that. Well, that's why on the intraday charts we first of all need to watch for possible bearish continuation, downward action, and on a 4-hour time frame chart what we see. Here we will watch for a couple of moments. In this 4-hour time frame chart, you can see on this recent drop, market has reached 1277 fib support. This is 618 support from these lows to this top. And despite this fast reaction, market has dropped right to 618 levels, very deep fib support level. But still, it keeps intact this trend line. So as you can see, here is mostly recognizable pattern as possible head and shoulders with this very spiked head, because top of the head stands at 1618 extension of this potential shoulder, some kind of this sort. And here market could continue move slightly higher, maybe again to the 1305, 13 even area. It's probably possible. As a result of that, we will be watching first for this pattern. Second, we'll be watching for this trend line, because this trend line is also neckline, so almost the same. So if you can see, it also stands around the 618 support. So mostly they mostly coincide, the neckline and this long-term trend line. That's why the second issue that we will be watching for, if market will complete these head and shoulders and form something that looks like the head and shoulders, we will be watching for a breakout of this trend line, because that could become the sign that market indeed is showing the downward continuation, and all this turmoil and mess around the short-term reaction and the elections is over. That's, shortly speaking, what we'll be watching for. On the hourly chart, we see that we have, as you can see, first resistance 1295 conference resistance, so also minor butterfly could be formed here. So also this is the weekly pivot point. The next level stands at 1311, the 618 resistance. So maybe market will reach even that area. It's also possible. As this level as that level, both are suitable for with this potential pattern. So that's why just keep watching, and we need in the nearest sessions we just need to get the confirmation of our thoughts. I mean that the bearish trend is still valid. So some clarity we need in the short-term perspective to understand in what direction market will continue to move. And probably I hope that till the end of the week we will get this.